So today let's talk of five alternatives to incense sticks. Because Namaste everyone and welcome to Om Incense Show with DJ, a show that helps you increase your incense quotient. So if you are an incense enthusiast, consider subscribing. So today let's talk of five alternatives to incense sticks, because I get a lot of questions asking about if people would want to. There are people who don't like to light up incense sticks, and they want to know alternatives to it. They want to know if it's safe to light up incense sticks in the house, because I recently got this question and somebody asked if it's safe to light up an incense stick inside the house. And I think of course you know the answer. The answer is no, it's not safe to light up an incense stick inside the house, because no matter what kind of ingredients they use, even if they use the best kind of ingredients, even if they use no chemical at all, the one thing that goes in the incense stick which actually makes it not very clean as such for your environment is the burning of the bamboo. And even though it's a very thin stick and it doesn't burn for long, for 45 minutes or an hour usually an incense stick burns, but because when it's indoor, the pollution is trapped inside, and then it does have a cumulative effect, because even if you light up one incense or two incenses every day, because in an Indian house, of course all of us know that no puja is complete without an incense stick or an incense. So if you light up an incense stick, it does have it does cause pollution in your house. And now it has been proven by research that lighting up of an incense stick releases lead in the atmosphere, and then it is carcinogenic. Plus there are by very nature the burning of an incense produces various kind of gases. The various kind of wood dusts that's there in the incense also cause gases when they light up, when it's burnt. So there's something that we need to keep in mind. The other thing is, even in floral incenses, the incenses that are made out of flower cycled incenses. See now, the one thing that most of these people say is that when when we give away the flowers in the water bodies, the pesticides contained in the flower is released in the water body, and it pollutes the water body as such. The same thing happens when you light it up as an incense. When it's lit up, of course the pesticide that was trapped in the flower gets released in the atmosphere, and this is just one of the aspects to it. I'm sure many of you will be pouncing on me now to say no, this is not true, this is bad, you are this, you are that, but that is the truth. I mean, by now we know that it has been proven that is there. So now if we have to light up an incense, and which of course is a compulsory thing for our puja, then what do we do? So we have five alternatives here. Even though not all of these things will be very non-polluting or very eco-friendly, but still they are better than incense stick as such, because you're not burning the bamboo, and by not doing that you're at least making sure that there's no lead released in the atmosphere, in the immediate atmosphere that you live. So that is the one thing that we need to keep in mind. So and the other thing that goes is, most of us, and we buy incense for the fragrance, because and that's the reason the incense fragrance industry is a big it's a big market. And because anytime we go to buy an incense, it's because of the fragrance that we buy it. Now any fragrance, no matter what they say, even if it is the cleanest incense, and even if they do not use anything at all and they only use essential oils, you still do have some kind of chemical in them, because it is just not possible to use plain essential oil only for the for perfuming the incense. So that is also something we need to keep in mind, and that goes across all the incenses except for Dhoop, which is made of cow dung and Havan Samagri only. So that's the one thing we need to keep in mind. Now the alternatives that we have to this is the most important, the most the thing that we have always been used is the normal loose incense. So the loose incense is the best. You could light it up on the coir shell, you could light it up on upla, I mean the cow dung cakes, you could light it up on coal. Many people do that, and even though you might find coal causing pollution, but then the level of it is lesser than compared to bamboo sticks. So that is there. And you know, we have all kind of traditional stuff. So we have just Google, we have Dhuman, we have Sarar, we have Sambrani, we have Loban, so many things that goes on the coal, and that is used as Dhuman. And you know, that's used as an incense that is held in a terracotta censer, and we take it across the house, and then we place it anywhere. We place it either outside the house, or we place it near the puja place. And so that is one important, and this is mostly still traditionally even now practiced. I have seen this being practiced in Mithila. I've seen this in Bengal, and I've seen this mostly in South. So this is one option that we have of making an incense ingredient, loose incense ingredient ourselves, and then light it up on any of those heat sources that I just said. So that is first option. Now the second option, of course, is cone, which is for most people who do not want to get into that hassle of, you know, lighting up a coal or anything, and then, you know, making sprinkling powder on it and taking across. You can just buy incense cones. These are dry incense cones, like you can see somewhere here. I'll be placing a picture. Of course, we know that. And you go to any whether you get it, you can get it online, you can get it offline, you can get it everywhere. So we have incense cones, which is the second best option. Which is the second option. So that's there. The third one is those incense sticks, the ones that we call Dhoop sticks, which do not have bamboo core in them. So they also are a good option. It's just a difference of shape. You know, the cones are in cone shape and this is in that stick shape, but it's one of the same thing. So you can have those also. You also get these both online and offline. So these are known as Dhoop sticks, and you go and ask your herb store to give you the Dhoop stick which doesn't have bamboo core in them, so they'll be able to give that. Or of course you could buy it online. So that is there. And so we have a lot of incense Dhoop cone, you know, Dhoop sticks in the market, and so those are also other options. Then we have incense cups or Sambrani cups, you know, computer Sambrani like it's known as. These are the things which are good and which are a good option, but then it gives out a lot of smoke. So it'll be good if you want to place it outside of your house. Even inside of your house, if you do not have a problem with the smoke, or if nobody in your house has a problem with the smoke, that also is a good idea. And it's very good to smudge your house. It's good to keep it at the entrance of your house, or you know, terrace, balcony. If you have a puja which is to be done outside, that could be a good option. We have quite a few nice incense cups in the market. My favorite is Haridarshan Devgandh. Then we have so many from Cycle brand. We have you know, so many from very many other brands, like we have you know, Nirmalya, and we have many brands. Haridarshan also has quite a few incense cups. Cycle has incense cups, and so all of these things are there. So we have Cycle, so we have Sambrani cups. So these are other options as well. Now the last option that I want to talk about is wet incense. But I would ask you guys not to light up wet incense, because wet incense has rubber in it, and I have confirmed this from many people in the industry. And the very commercial formula that people follow to make wet incense, the Dhoops that we get, no matter what kind of fragrance it has, it still will have rubber in it. So I would request you not to. I mean, that's even worse than the incense sticks. So if you have you know, it's like, you know, if you have to choose between the two, it's like choosing between the better devil. So it's like that. So I would request you not to go for those, unless and until, of course, if you live in a place where, you know, in the Himalayas. I don't know, while we were doing that FFDC course, this sir said, you know, that in Himalayas people still make traditional Dhoop, where they make Dhoop out of the roots of the Dhoop tree. I don't know, I haven't come across this. I kept asking him about it. He never said. He just vanished after that. So he never replied. That was one thing I did not like about the FFDC course. These people, you know, they gave us all their phone numbers, but they would not reply to not even one message they replied to. It was very irritating. So you would just do the course and get over with it. If you would, I mean, it was horrible. I didn't like it. So I do not know of those things. So if you can find those natural wet Dhoop somewhere, if you are lucky enough to be in a place where you can find it in the Himalayas, or if you know of somebody who makes it, please send them to me also, please. So please send. So that is the one thing also that you can use. So we have these 5 options of the loose incense that you can make yourself at home and light it up on coil shell or coal or cow dung cakes. Then we have cones. We have very many cones in the market. A lot of incense cones are from Aurobindo Ashram, and Phool has lots of cones, Nirmalya has lots of cones, and Cycle brand has some Dhoop Sambrani stick. Oh yeah, and there's the Sambrani sticks also. So those are called Dhoop Sugandhis, the normal black ones. So they do not have anything. This is just pure coal and just some kind of fragrance in that. So you have those also. You see the picture somewhere. Durgeshwari is an example. I really like Durgeshwari Sambrani Sugandhi, so I like that. So that also is an option. So we have those loose incenses, we have cones, we have Dhoop Battis without the bamboo cord. So we have a lot of those in Nirmalya. We have a lot of those in Helper's Green and very many other incense brands. We have Pranali in Cycle, so that's also there. Many other incense brands have those. Then we have the Sambrani cups, which are an excellent thing for smudging the house or placing it at the entrance and stuff, using it outside for the puja outside. Those things are there. And we have wet Dhoop, which is best not used unless and until you get those nice traditional ones where they make it with actual stuff, real plant material. If you get those, then those are good. And those sticks. So we have 5 or 6 of these options which you can use if you do not want to use incense sticks in your house, and if you are if you're worried about the pollution inside the house, which is very real when it comes to incense sticks. Of course, we tend to not look at those things because the most number of fragrances that we get in the market is in the form of incense stick. So that's the reason we go for that. And I just thought, because I had been getting too many questions regarding this, so I just thought I'll take a break from one of those my favorite 7 series, and I just thought I'll let you know which are the alternatives to incense sticks. So that was the episode for today. I hope you learned something from it, and please share it with somebody if you think somebody else can learn something from it too. And definitely share this in your family and friends. This is the first time I'm telling this to you, because I think we should all be aware of the options that we have in the market, because most people, when they think of puja, they only think of incense sticks, and then if you ask them not to burn it, they'll be like, then what is the option? So these are the options that you have. Please share it in your groups and in your friends and family groups, and let them know that we do have options for not using incense sticks. And if you are an incense stick manufacturer, please don't throw that chappal at me. Sorry, I really had to let all of you know about this. I'm Dolly Jha here. I thank you so much for watching this episode. Till we meet again next, take very good care of yourself. Namaste.